Hey, it's me, Trisha. I don't know why I'm even doing videos, because all anyone would be interested in is just looking at me anyway, judging from the attention I get on videos when I don't show my sexy little body or whatever that everybody wants to, I don't even want to think about. Anyways, this is a Raspberry Pi 4 that I got a while back. And I put it on my front door with a Raspberry Pi camera, and that's held with magnets and paper. And I got magnets under here, and it's holding this to my door, and it connects to my wireless. And so I monitor this all day, plus it has motion capture and all that too. But I thought I'd show my home, because honestly I don't know how much longer I'm going to be living. Either people in the system will probably deem me being on disability, having autism, as something that won't be productive for the system. So I just thought, for some kind of posterity reason or some shit that no one would ever care about, I would post a video on my YouTube channel about the home that I made in my last days. So, I 3D printed little guys, and there's a video that I have up of this from a while back, and these are just little 1/4-inch wooden dowels I got, and I built this dodecahedron, and then I hung it from the ceiling, and then I put these lights on the carpet, and I really like the way it looks in here. And I have kind of sort of like an art gallery thing going on with different things. I got one of my little projectors up top, and I can do a Rubik's Cube in just a couple of minutes. This was a gift from someone who I hadn't pissed off yet with my autism. I don't know where I got the mask, but it's pretty. And there's some 3D prints I did early on when I got my 3D printer a couple of months ago. Some bearings and a couple of ocarinas. And just some broken little candles and stuff over there. And the purple lights are so pretty. And I got mirrors everywhere to look at myself. Because I'm such a pretty, whatever I am. I don't even want to say. I'm so sick of labels. Then over here I got paintings that I did. The one on the left and all the way to the right, those dark ones I did in a little art group that I went to. And I painted them both. It was less than 2 hours. I just whipped them out. And I didn't even realize I still had skills like that. And I think it's really pretty. And this one actually sits next to it better, and they flow together. This one's not so great. That was just kind of, I was forcing it. When I did this in the same group, I just painted this with purple and black alternating, and I thought that was fun. And then I got some shoes and boots. And I got my telescope. That's how I got the Sirius, the star called Sirius. I got that, I posted it. It's the rainbow flashing star in the sky. And it flashes different colors. And then I just got done 3D printing this for my Logitech C270 webcam, and there's a part that goes up in there. It slides up in pretty tight too. It's like an adapter, so I had to take the face off of the camera and do that and stuff. But yeah, so that's what's out here. And then obviously in my kitchen, and it pretty much, this is actually messier than usual. It's usually just immaculate with hardly anything sitting around. My home is always pretty much empty, and it just kind of looks like a dark, to me, well, and especially looking at it from over here, these remind me of like a theater. That was always the happiest place in the world for me to go, was to go and get lost in a movie. And so I like all these lights everywhere. And then my bedroom, which is kind of a combination space. I love that when I first come in, and that covers up a window. And then I have a speaker, one of my speakers next to my bed, and the other one, and blah, 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 and that's where I hang out. And there's my guitar, classical, cheap one. And someone gave me this keyboard a year or two ago, a couple years ago. And I made that robot arm in like 3 or 4 days. And I posted all that. And then I got my 3D printer over here. But like, And the projector, obviously, the wall size thing is pretty neat. But this is in my bedroom. With all the things I packed in here, with my crafting and my music and all the media stuff and programming that I've done with my microcontrollers and whatever, like my little statue of myself that does rainbow lights. I have an empty chair here. I have always planned to have a welcome for anyone who wants to get to know me, the person that I am. And yet this chair remains empty. There's a paid worker who comes to see me, and I think she feels bad for me. You know, I can see it in her eyes. And nobody wants me in their life. I would feel bad for someone in my shoes too. No one wants me in their life. There's a million different labels that have been slapped on me as a person with autism and a neurological sense of gender ambiguity, where my brain actually leans towards feminine. Yet I was born with a male reproductive system, and that happens in biological diversity in the human race. Both the intersex and transgender people is a neurological situation, and often autism is related to it. But, you know, I'm not here to argue or convince anyone of all the highly detailed science that I've spent the majority of my life obsessively learning from. I just wanted to say a few things, because the way society is turning right now is making my life look impossible and undesirable. It already was. I just don't have a reason to go on. Autistic people's number one cause of death is suicide. And typically we can't maintain any long-term relationships. That means friendships, family, you name it. Anything that grows to any depth, people who are programmed by society will judge and reject someone with my autism, because we kind of see things black and white, and people programmed by the media have constantly changing values, and it's all kind of ambiguously designed from the imaginations of men. And I'm just not going to go on and on here. I always do, but I've never done this in my videos since quite a while back. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I just wanted to share that this is the life for me of autism.